Hello! It's Sunday and I am on my way to see Bonnie and Clyde at the Dr. Phillips Center. This is a musical that Meg introduced me to that I really enjoy. Unfortunately, she has work today, so she can't come. But I know the girl who's playing Bonnie in this show, and so I wanted to support her. And also, it's a musical that I've enjoyed the soundtrack to immensely, and so I wanted to see it. And I'm really excited. It's the first time in a while that I've been to a show at the Dr. Phillips that wasn't part of the season, and so that'll be nice. And then I'll be back here probably later this week to see seasons. Just a lot of theater happening in my future, which is not a bad thing. I'll let you know how the show is. There'll be an intermission, I'm sure, and I can report back at intermission, and then at the end of the show. And it's actually not a bad day outside, so I'm going to enjoy this pleasant stroll to the Dr. Phillips Center. It's intermission. I'm loving this show just as much as I thought I would. I am obsessed with this soundtrack, obviously, so I know all of the songs. I think that the performances are really, really fun. Kara is doing a great job as Bonnie, which is not surprising at all. She's stupidly talented. The guy who plays Clyde is also really good, and their aesthetic on stage is really cute, and I'm really enjoying that. And I love the way that this musical paints Clyde in shows the adoration that they have for each other without making him too terribly romantic, because he's kind of a jerk, guys. I don't know if you're aware, but he's this much of a jerk as an actual human. And I've always enjoyed that about this show and the way that they do things. And I'm having a really good time. It's super, super fun. The one thing that I will say is that I think they're using a backing track instead of a live band, which obviously, as somebody who doesn't do music, I have no problem with. But it does mean that sometimes the backing track is too loud and it overpowers the vocals. And so there have been a few times where during songs I really have to push myself to hear what they're doing. And I know all of the songs really well, so my brain is already ready to filter the words that I already know are coming. But I think it's definitely difficult for A, people who are sitting further behind me, and B, people who don't know the music. So I do wish that the balance was just a little bit better. The other thing the show is making me do is wish that I could do theater in a place with flies. Just so nice to be able to just lower all these things down. Also, I'm fascinated by their car prop. And I want, I want to get so close to that set piece because I'm so intrigued about how it's done, because I love the way it looks visually, and I have a general idea of how it's put together, but I can't tell from this far away, and I wish I could get closer. Yeah, it's been very enjoyable so far. I'm gonna head in for Act 2, which I'm sure I'll like just as much. The show is over now. It was really, really, really fun. I'd forgotten how the show ended, and it just has a really nice and pleasant ending. Still, the only issue I had was that the audio over the singers was a little bit loud, but they did a fantastic job. I'm especially impressed by the actress who plays Blanche. She was phenomenal. Her delivery was great. Blanche is one of my favorite characters in the show. I feel like she doesn't get enough love because the show is called Bonnie and Clyde, but Blanche is a great character, and I really, 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 really enjoyed it. They did a digital program instead of a physical one, so I'm gonna link down there to the program if you want to read more about the actors or the production company that put this on, which is the Celebration Theater Company. I know they're doing Next to Normal next, which is a show that Amanda likes, so we'll probably be checking that out. And this particular venue in the Dr. Phillips is really nice. I don't think there's a bad seat in this entire house, and I have sat a lot of different places in this little theater. And it's just good to see local theater able to afford a space like this. I'm very impressed by that. Someday that'll be us. But overall, I had a really good time. I'm glad I came to this show. And this may be my video, so let's say I'll see you tomorrow.